Okay, this evening I'm just going to talk a little bit about just some stuff I do with the Star Wars Age of Rebellion role-playing game, how I organize it and whatnot. Let me just grab something real quick. Uh, but basically, when you get the beginner game, notice how the beginner game box kind of sucks. Yeah, and, well, pretty much just by opening it, you kind of ruin it. It's super thin cardboard, all that. Well, anyway, I just have a real quick alternative. Um, Basically, what I do is also basically not only does it just keep all it's nice container to keep all my stuff together. It also works quite well at organizing everything. Anyway, I guess I'll just mosey on and show you guys what I do. Anyway, it's a core rulebook, of course. Can't really play the game without that, of course. And then I also have the three character decks, though I prefer to. I don't have any of the specialty decks or anything. Just the three NPC decks, which pretty much allow me to have quick access to the stats of the various NPCs that any of my players would encounter during our session. I also have some little index cards for just in case I need to use an NPC, like in the core rulebook or in any of the other supplements that I have that aren't in the among these decks. Yeah. Then there's the Game Master screen. This also came with a little adventure, which is kind of nice. I haven't gone through that adventure yet, though. It's just so far, it's just my little group has just gone through the beginner game and the uh, part of the encounter at Shadow Point. We're gonna do this next part this Friday, hopefully. Anyway, next step is the little pieces of paper. Have a notebook that I do some writing in. It's kind of nice way to keep things organized. Not too expensive. Actually, I think I already bought this notebook probably a couple years ago when when I was probably starting college, either that or it was my second year, whichever which. Then a couple of folders. These are probably quite handy for keeping track of character sheets and whatnot. Notice my friend Cody's bad handwriting. Uh, and then maps. Yeah, this is from the Edge of Empire beginner game, which I also have. It also came with a second group of dice. Amongst the dice, I also have two sets of D100s, or I guess four D10s. Two of the D10s aren't really marked for tens and ones, but I'd pretty much just say the green ones, the tens, and the blue ones, the ones. And the second set of D10s came with a pack of other polyhedral dice, and those ones do have it clearly marked tens and ones and all that. And then other character folios, I pretty much have the default character portfolios just for the beginning, for starting out. I guess later games I'm gonna probably try to do some character creation with my group. I also have some more maps, Age of Rebellion map as well, Whisper Base. Also, this one I just printed out. It's just came from a site. Great, I can't remember what site. Some of the viewers might be able to identify it, and then adventure book for the beginner game, which probably don't really need, but it's kind of useful for keeping track of remembering base information and stuff like that. And then, yeah, more. So I'm not exactly the most well organized. I'm kind of just a starting GM, but it's that's just some random scrap paper I use to beginner rulebook. Sometimes it's a bit more concise and to the point than the full-fledged one, but yeah, it's pretty useful, I think. Then all the character tokens for both beginner games that I got. I'll probably get the Force and Destiny one eventually, but I kind of need a job first. Even more scrap paper. Hey, look at that. I'm just kind of reorganizing it here as well. This I got for free at the local game store. I figure it might be useful. Then this came with the GM screen. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much just how I got all my stuff set up, kinda. I just keep it in this nice plastic bin that I got from Walmart for just a couple bucks. And it's very handy, very handy. I guess I'll just put everything back. Yeah, I actually made sure that some of my players, last time we played, kept track of their stats for these guys on one of the printed out character sheets that I've got. It's kind of handy. My parents' printer actually, it can print out both sides, so it's very useful. And yeah, I'll just put everything away. And yeah, it looks like it's gonna be, yeah, a bit more organized now. Yeah, I'm not, like I say, I'm still kind of beginning as a GM, but it's kind of interesting how it's all works. But yeah, anyway, I'll just, then there's the dice, those, pencils, this, cards, blank index cards. The blue's kind of, like I say, the blues, well, I didn't really say anything about it. Blue's kind of hard, makes it hard to read, but it's not too terrible. And then core rulebook again. But yeah, it's definitely a fun game. I would definitely recommend it to anyone out there, especially including those who are just getting into RPGs. I would assume it might be, especially start with the beginner game, move on to the core rulebook. Yeah, it's definitely a fun thing to do with your friends. Anyway, thank you for viewing, and yeah, I just hope somebody out there finds this video useful. And there you go. Looks like it's there. Like I say, very handy little tub, and I can just put it under my bed, and there you go.